All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I know a lot of you have canceled plans, moved around schedules, booked last minute flights, and so we hope that the coffee and muffins will at least alleviate some of your pain. Now, by the show of hands, who has never been here to Plug and Play before? A couple of you? Awesome. If I can get my clicker to work. There we go. We've got a really interesting story when it comes to Plug and Play, and it really dates back to the 90s to our building that we call the Lucky Building. Now, our founder, Syed Amidi, which you guys will meet fairly shortly, like most entrepreneurs, tries to handle a lot of different things, real estate being one of them. And so, like any great landlord, you need great tenants. And it just so happened that some of his first tenants were the folks you see down there at Google, Logitech, PayPal, and Danger. And with their time with us, we not only got a chance to invest in some of these companies, but we had a chance to actually see day to day what it takes to build a great company and some of the challenges that are involved with doing that. And it inspired us. It inspired us to drive deeper and to really get involved in their journeys. And so in 2006, we bought this building from Philips Semiconductors. We have 180,000 square feet available, and we have 435 startup companies that are based here today. Now, the aha moment in the early days was that these companies don't just need desks and phones and cash, but they need connections. They need to be able to work with the industry leaders that are going to eventually implement their products. And so in 2008, we launched Plug and Play Volkswagen, which was a very, very advanced program for its time in 2008. And the plan was that we'd look around the world and find hundreds of great connected car companies that we would eventually narrow down to 10 that we would invest in and implement in a 3-month program. And the idea was that these entrepreneurs would eventually work towards a pilot with Volkswagen. Now, we're proud to say that they're still working with 7 of these companies. And it was this success that inspired us to drive deeper and build an entire program around it. And we did. And so we decided to refine the program with the entire industry in mind. And we started doing it with brand and retail. And the idea was to partner with every major component of the retail value chain and look to them to identify the problems and pain points with the industry. This allowed everyone involved to play to their strengths. For the partners, it was their domain expertise. For the startups, it was technology. And for us, it was finding amazing companies. And we do this in a very simple batch process that we do twice per year. We'd look around the world for thousands of companies that innovate in the areas that our partners have specified. And after several review and due diligence sessions, we'd co-select 20 companies to actually enter a 3-month program. We're proud to say that in retail, we're closing up our 6th batch tomorrow. And we've accelerated over 220 companies with 9 exits. So needless to say, it's working. And it's working so well that we're doing it in 8 other industries. But the idea is that we want to continue innovating. And what we want to do is create a program that captures all these industries in one. That's why we're all here today. And our mission is to create a program that takes everything we've learned in these past decades to make this program the best one we've ever done. And this is our winning formula. It's open innovation, which means working closely with our partners to develop their technology roadmaps and to eventually introduce them with technologies that they can move forward with. We have over 110 partners here at Plug and Play and are constantly growing. But it's also about accelerating, working closely with our startups to make sure that we put them in the position to succeed with the right people. We've done this with thousands of companies in the past, and we'll continue doing so. We'll also invest. While Plug and Play invests at the early to seed stage, we also work with over 180 VCs around the world that will co-invest with us. And most importantly, it's mentorship. We've put together a world-class network of mentors that have both been with startups and have worked with startups that can help these entrepreneurs scale their business. And lastly, it's co-working. It's what we started doing, and it's important for us to give our startups everything they need to build an amazing product. And it's not just here, it's globally. So we're in 19 cities across 9 different countries, and we've done 210 investments that are non-domestic to date. We also have programs in LA. We also have a program in Stuttgart around connected car with Daimler, as well as in Paris with Galeries Lafayette around fashion tech. But ultimately, if there's one thing you take away, it's this. This is what we're here for. This is what inspires us, to find these great companies that will change the world. And we'd love for you all to be involved. Now, I'm sure you all love the sound of my voice, but we've got some amazing speakers here today that have taken their time to speak with you. And I'm sure they have a lot to say about where the ad tech industry is going moving forward. So please put together a round of applause for our speakers.